everyone, welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. Today I'm going to be doing another placemat, believe it or not. I hope you've been enjoying me doing these. They're a good size for people to practice on too, for those of you who are just starting out with your fluid art journey and really want to know what to practice on. These boards were quite cheap, less than $3 each. It's an MDF board, 21 centimetres by 29. So perfect size to practice little mini Dutch paws or blooms or many other styles, flip cup and so on. And then you end up with a nice piece of art that you can actually use once you've resined it. So what I'm going to do today is go away from the green and red Christmassy colours and go into the blues and the silvers with just a pop of gold. So I'm going to do a bloom today, and I'm going to use the silver base. All I've done with this MDF board is I've just given it a quick wipe over with the isopropyl alcohol, which is here. And I'm just going to see how we go. I'm going to use my little puffy, which is, as you can see, a piece of hose with a bit blower on either end, and you just blow through that to blow out. So I'm going to use that for my blooms. That's available through Pour, Scrape, Repeat online. So without further ado, I shall lay down my base, which is the Eraldo di Paolo acrylic pouring paint, metallic silver. So I'm just going to use that so I won't have had to mix up a separate base. So it's easy for you to just put straight on. Being that it's not an opaque, it's actually semi-transparent. I'm hoping that this is going to cover my base okay. We shall see. I think it will though. So I'll just speed this bit up for you and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so as you can see, it's quite thick, that even though it was a pouring paint, that Eraldo. So I've got quite a few ridges here, but that can be a part of the pattern too, of the background. It can actually look quite nice when you have a bit of texture, I'll call it, to the base. So I'm not worried about that, and it has covered quite nicely. You would have seen me putting a bead of the paint around the edge and rolling that over. That was just to cover the edges, so that I've got a nice neat edge when I've finished. It's easier to do that before you start than after. Then when you're blowing your blooms out, if they've gone over the edge, they've already got something underneath them to attach to. And it actually looks quite nice. I like that effect of when the paints roll over the edges like that. So I'm just going to hit it with the heat tool now, just to burst any bubbles. So what I'm going to do is 3 different coloured blooms, different blues I should say, and I'm going to put a bit of gold and a bit of the Vallejo Amsterdam, mixed with the Amsterdam titanium white. So I'm going to go around like this. I probably should have a green in there actually as well, to put a bit of leafage. I'm going to use a sort of a bluey green. This is the Mont Satin series Viridian, mixed with Australian Floetrol. All of my paints other than the pouring paint base have been mixed with Australian Floetrol. And I'm just going to use this colour because it's got a slight, it's more of a bluey green, which I think will go nicer with the blues that I've got here. So I'm just going to take my pattern from here around in an L shape. So I'm just going to put a few little dots of green. And then what will happen is that the blooms will go more or less over the top of these, and it just gives you that bit of greenery underneath. So that should be enough. And I'll just try the Vallejo pearl medium, which has been mixed with Amsterdam titanium white and Floetrol. I know this gives us beautiful lacing when I'm doing the reverse flower dip, so I thought I'd try it today as a cell activator on these. So we'll soon see. Always a bit of experimentation going on. So now I'm going to use my puffy. You can use it either way, and it does strengthen your lungs, trust me. You've got to blow quite hard. So here we go. Okay, well, no sign of any lacing there, but I don't actually mind those. Oh, a little bit coming up here. I'm speaking too soon. If nothing else, I'm going to end up with very strong lungs. Okay, I've got a bit of lacing coming up here, but the others haven't reacted much yet. I'll hit them with the heat tool, that might help. Yeah, there's some lacing developing there, so it's going to be interesting. So I'll give them some shape after I've put the other colours on, because as I say, they're going to be underneath. So I'll start with, this is the Eraldo Metallic Ocean Blue, which is a beautiful metallic blue colour. And I will list, oops, just spilt that on there. I will list all of these colours in the description box for you as well. So I'll just go, I think I'll start down here. And next colour I'm going to use is the Eraldo Metallic Brilliant Blue, which dries to the most beautiful shimmery blue colour. And then the Eraldo Cool Blue, which is a transparent, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And now I think I'll go with the Brilliant Blue again here. Now what I want to do with these is I want the gold to sort of form an edge around. So instead of putting it on the top and having it be the bully and take over, I'm going to put it around the edges. So hopefully when I blow out, the gold will put a ridge around. So we'll see. Might be totally barking up the wrong tree, but we'll have a look. So just do a little halo around each one of those. Looks like I've got this green in the wrong spot. This is going to blow completely over that, but that's okay. Right. Now I'll put my Vallejo over the top, in the very middle. Now I'll just blow those out very gently. I might just hit them with the heat tool first. As you can see, there's a few bubbles there. And sometimes I actually use the heat tool to blow out with as well when I'm doing small blooms. So I might try that with these, see how I go. Okay, now you wouldn't use the heat tool like that if you were using house paint, because it could form a skim. And so I've just done that to blow them out a little bit, and then I'll finish off with my little puffy here. with the puffy, it's sort of, you've got to work out the angle to get it to go properly. So it's definitely going to be a bit of a technique to using it, but like with anything, just got to keep practicing. Okay. Lots of cells going on here, and the gold around the edges. I don't like the Vallejo in the middle too much, so I might do another little layer of the colours just in the middle. Very small amount that I'll just blow out. Some really interesting activity going on here. Look at these. It's really, really interesting. I'm just going to use a straw to blow these little bits out. Quite like these jumbo paper straws. I just flatten the end and then blow through those, so it won't be a moment. So now I'm just going to use my one of my meat skewers, as you can see, and I'm just going to draw some shape into these. At the moment they just look like a bit of a mess, but once you start to draw the shape in, it really makes a difference. And you can see lots of cell activity here. That's with the Vallejo coming up with the titanium white. These are really turning out quite interesting. The gold is taken over under there where I had it on the edges, but where the other colours are going over the top, it's done this beautiful veining sort of look about it. Really cool. Shaping we go. Okay, well these are very, very different the way they've turned out. The gold's really taken over. I think they're quite pretty though. Centre, wow. Feeling like I need something more here, maybe another small one in there. I'll use this beautiful blue. Just get that one to run over the edge. A bit of gold around the edge of it. And a little bit of Vallejo. I might put a bit more of the blue on top again. And now I'll just blow that out. So I'll just shape this guy. Always wipe your tool off between wrecks. Oh, he's lovely. Maybe I should have done more of that with the others, had, you know, a little bit less of the gold. But he's really pretty over here. Really loving him. And now I'll just do a bit more tweaking. So I'll just speed this a little bit up for you. Those cells will come back there too. Okay, so here we go down for the close-up, and it's turned out a very pretty piece. I'm liking the silver background. It was just going to end up probably having some of those striations still in it, which will give it a nice bit of texture to the background. And the flowers have turned out quite pretty. This one's, the first one here has got a lot of the white has taken over, which is fine. A pretty little leaf next to it. And then this little one on the corner is lovely too. This one here's got some beautiful cells and veining, I call it, on the petals here. And then that leaf in the corner here has turned out very nice too in the end. That was the one I re-blew out. And I'm liking this with the blue and then the white and then the gold, then the blue again. That turned out very pretty. And this one here has got some beautiful lacing in it. And then the little flower leaf there. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed that one today, guys. And I'll see you back here in Studio 33 in the not too distant future. Until then, stay safe. Bye-bye.